Dude, what did you just do?
Dude, did you go and beat cheeks for 15
Did you
seconds?
go plow your wife just now? Is that what you were doing just now? You were plowing
There's
your
nothing
wife?
there's nothing in your hand. There's literally nothing in your
You were
hand.
plowing your wife on the podcast?
What were you doing?
Is this the intro?
Yes. You were plowing your wife on my podcast?
I kind of figured that's how this is going when I came back.
Our
And you guys were like, "What the fuck are you doing,
podcast?
plowing your wife?"
Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry, our podcast? Sorry.
our podcast. Yeah.
Sorry, I was having a sick power trip for a second. My fucking podcast.
What are you doing?
That I produce. Me.
Me? Restock
Market?
I allow you
Reflex
to
market?
be in my podcast. Don't
I
get
allow
mad.
you. Yeah,
So I
don't
could
get
edit
it
you out
twisted.
anytime I want.
Don't get it twisted.
I could just put a fucking black bar over your stupid webcam.
I could
mute
do
your audio somehow.
Ooh, don't play with me. Anyway,
Every time you speak, I put fart noises.
that's all you are. You're just a little fart.
Ass face.
What's up, guys?
Anyway, what it do? What's good? Welcome back to the Wavelengths podcast. This is episode 10, if I'm not mistaken. And we've been on hiatus for a little minute. So we hope y'all have been good. We hope y'all have been chilling.
I'm not going down to the date, but roughly 4 months.
4 months. So we hope everybody has been able to survive this 4 months without us. I know the world is in literally dog shit like shape since we left it. But we hope y'all have been good. We hope everybody's good vibes.
We're here to fix
Hope
it.
everybody's chilling. It's the holidays. A whole bunch of shit's going on, but at the same time, a whole bunch of nothing's going on. So we're here to talk about all this shit. But as usual, I'm joined by my fellow co-hosts, the greatest trio with the greatest hair in Halo. I'm Clay, and these are the boys. So
My
what's
name's
good?
Bill, and these are the boys.
X. Fuck. What the fuck is good?
I think it's funny that you were like, the greatest hair in Halo. It's like, I don't even fucking play that. I sold my, you want to talk about
Don't
recent
even
stuff?
play.
I sold my Xbox.
Don't even play.
I was like, you know what? I'm just tired of having that shit on my desk, and I sold it.
I mean,
It's-
for real. Look,
It's gone.
Infinite. Enough from the game dev.
Enough from the console. Got rid of it.
Got rid of
Dude.
it.
But I mean, like, what the fuck point was there in you keeping it? Because when Infinite does come
Yeah.
out, it's gonna be
Well,
cross-platform. It's gonna be on PC. It's gonna be on the new shit.
I mean,
It's
it seems
only
like
it's
the
only
whole-
serving as temptation for you to play Halo 5, and no
the
one wants to do
game-
that.
Video game envelope is getting pushed now with crossplay becoming more of a standard. It's like begging
Thank
the
you, Fortnite.
question, why? Yeah, thank you, Fortnite. Shout out to Fortnite.
Should be
But
crazy.
It's begging the question, why invest in a console at this point if you have a PC?
Unless
like
you
a
just
nice
want to.
PC. Yeah, unless you want to, or
Which I
you
just want
obviously
to.
Can't budget.
I'ma do it.
Buying a Series X. Let me be clear. Buying a Series X is way cheaper than buying a nice ass PC. So what I'm trying to say is, like, if you don't have either, going for the Series X is smart. But if you
Yes.
already have like a really good PC, I'll probably get it at some point. But yeah, like Justin ended up getting rid of it because really the only reason he had the Xbox was for Halo 5.
And
We know how that goes in 2020.
And I finally said, no. Here's what happened.
Yeah, I'll let Justin speak for
see
himself.
what had happened was
See, this is what had happened. Justin was playing the Halo 5. And then, let's see, a date came by this past month. I believe it was November 13th, was it? Was it November 13th?
that was the day she gave you that
hey.
good top. And it finally put it in perspective. You were like, I don't need this shit in my life.
From Friday the 13th to the 17th of November, I was gone. I was in a trance-like state. Just my mind was boggled because I was playing Black Ops Cold War, and that game way more fun than some doo-doo ass 5.
Facts. And that game's not even good yet.
That game's not
I was
even
gonna
good
say-
yet.
I was gonna
It's
say,
not
Cold
even
War
good yet.
It's low-key kind of ass. too,
Hubs
like-
in Cold War sucks.
I say if we want to take a quick, I know a lot of our listeners enjoy COD as well, so we want to take a quick time to talk about Cold War. I think that's a great.
Because we have been
should
playing
do.
it.
It is.
That's
we've
what the boys
putting
have been
some time
doing.
in it.
Yeah,
So
We have
Yeah, I
a
think the
good
game's
amount of
kind of
playtime.
bad, even though it's pretty fun. It's kind of like
Yeah.
Black Ops 4 in that way, where it's like it kind of sucked, but like it's also pretty fun.
There's like
So
Yeah.
I
three.
guess that might be the new Treyarch standard.
Yeah, there's like
But-
3 or 4 things that are super annoying that are just almost game breaking that make multiplayer super annoying and not fun. Like the tac rifles and the skill-based
The-
matchmaking and the spawns and like,
The
you know, whatever other
deep-ass back of the
There's-
map.
right,
And there's
whatever
there's, like,
other
2
couple
good maps.
things. Yeah.
Like think about it. If you take like it's like it's so close to being like great. Like
That's
Black
the
Ops 2,
frustrating part of it because
Black
the base
Ops 2
mechanics
great.
are so fun.
They're so fun, and like the fact that you don't have to worry about like flinch is like amazing. The way
Black
that
Ops
like
1
they
with
did
no flinch. It's so
A
good.
couple of the guns feel really nice.
the
once you get all
guns
these
feel really
tactics on 'em.
nice. Like if they like made subs good again or like viable again, I'd have a whole lot more fun. Substin was here.
Substin was
Substin
here.
was here.
Substin in
was-
the flex
I was-
market.
I was shitting on fools with the MP5. Now I gotta kind of try to do it with
And then
the
they killed it.
74U.
Although I think they might have readjusted the MP5 a little bit because low key I was using it a little bit because my Xbox just turned itself off. Holy shit, that scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, I remember you actually asked me that. You were like, "Hey, did they
Yeah.
fix the MP5?"
But yeah, I was watching like some pro scrims with it, and they were like, low key the MP5 is like kind of halfway viable again, and I saw people were like using it, and so I tried it again, and low key it was like not terrible. So I don't know if they put it back.
Close range, it melts like it did from a distance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
but
they
it's
might
just
have
you
put some of
have
the
to be
damage
closer.
range, but I think they might have because they killed the range at first. Like it fell off. Like if there was somebody, if he was not 5 feet or less in front of you, like you couldn't kill him.
It was over.
But I think they fixed it a little bit.
I played a little matchmaking. I played one game yesterday, but because I got the gold MP5 snake camo, which like there's like a full camo run and objectives in zombies in this game, which is really fun.
Oh,
There's
and
actually
the zombies
there's
is so
35
good. It's so good.
There's
We'll get to it,
35
we'll get to
multiplayer camos and 35 zombies camos. So you can go for high rounds, you can go for Easter egg, you can go to level up your weapons and get camos. Anyways, I got the gold MP5. I wanted to check that out. So I ran it over to MM and yeah, man, the MP5 felt okay, but the point like you're bringing up, like the back areas in the map, we talked about this, but
There's so much
for the,
space.
like, Halo fans, imagine Torque. You have those 2 big ass back rooms, like right next to you. You spawn in them, or right in front of them.
Right.
You know, there's a big ass room behind you, right as soon as you spawn, and nobody fucking goes to it. And it's like, why is
It's
this
a
even
whole ass
here?
back
Because-
there. But it's like
imagine
that times
that's, like,
10.
imagine that's a main spawn point. Like
and then
not
having-
Right.
yeah,
not the room
that's
in
a
front of
main spawn
it,
point, and
but
it's on every
that
map.
back room is the main spawn point. And like even whenever you're in that main spawn point or you're like in front of it, people can still spawn behind you. And it makes no sense.
It reminds me of
like-
Ghosts a lot with like maps like Sovereign and maps like Freight. There's a lot of dead space in the backs of the back of the maps. I don't know why they did that. So much of the fighting obviously happens in the center. It just gives you a lot of extra sprinting. You know, especially like certain game types like Hardpoint. Like there's why? Like why are you
Rotate-
There's
spawning
no
rotation-
point.
so
Rotations
deep?
matter a lot, and it's like, oh, like some weirdo might make the argument that like, oh, they're punishing people for like not doing spawns right, but like literally, you can't. It's hard. It's insanely hard to like if you're halfway, like if you're holding the 50, but no one's standing in that back spot, like exactly where they can spawn, they will spawn there.
Yeah, on
And you're in, like on Garrison or like at on Moscow. Like,
Moscow
if
has a ton
you're-
of backspace too. Yeah.
Yeah,
if
it's terrible on that map.
at- what hill is that?
Just
That's
whatever. If
Third
you're on the
Hill?
street side, if you're on the street and you're not in the very back, I remember playing. I was just trying to bring up Moscow, but the other day we were playing. And I was like, I'm anchoring spawn. I went and laid down in the very back of the map. That was the only way to do it. And I
Yeah.
watched people run by me because I wasn't going to shoot at them because I wasn't going to risk. I was like, I'm not risking getting killed out of this because
Right.
then we're going to lose spawn. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to like be there dirtying it in the very back of the map because if you advance forward 30 yards, they'll spawn behind you. It's like
And
stupid.
Miami is the worst map in Call of Duty history.
There's 8 maps, and I
Dude,
think 2 of them
like
are solid.
2 of them are good. Crossroads Strike is good. I think Garrison's pretty
Crossroads,
good.
Garrison, Moscow's okay.
Moscow's okay.
Crossroads Strike's probably my favorite map, to be honest.
Yeah.
Garrison's
pretty good.
Garrison's got to be my favorite.
But outside of those, it's like the rest of
Yeah,
them,
Garrison's
even Nuketown a little bit. They're just dog meat. They're just not
Nah,
good.
I like Nuketown.
I haven't even played the Nuketown yet.
It's not.
But,
it's Nuketown.
I'm personally,
Nuketown.
I'm personally of the opinion that Nuketown is not that great of a map. I don't know why it's always.
Well, yeah.
You know, I And if you want the like small, fast-paced map, Shipment is superior by every.
I
metric.
disagree. I disagree.
I
you want
I, d- I
small,
do think I
fast-paced
prefer.
action-
I think I prefer
No,
Nuketown. I think
No,
I prefer.
I prefer Nuketown. But
But I
it's
don't
small.
think Nuketown
It's
is small,
compact.
fast-paced action. That's what I'm trying. That's what I was trying to get into that. I don't
Okay.
think Nuketown. I think Nuketown's falsely advertised because I think it's sold as this. It's always this small, fast-paced action. That's why we always bring it back. But I don't think that's what it is.
No, it's not
Because
that.
no, because Nuketown. I mean, everybody likes Nuketown. It's a super small, super.
It's definitely
easy,
not what
you know.
Shipment is.
Right. That's what I'm trying to say. But I think
Yeah,
it's always
doesn't it?
sold as like.
It's
you
compared
know,
to Shipment. It's
because it's
like
supposed to be
it's
fast-paced, and
Treyarch.
it's
It's
like-
Treyarch
It's-
Shipment.
Yeah, but if you
it's
want
their
to, if you don't
small
want to
map,
around,
yeah.
if you want to play
Nice
fast-paced
and
shit, you go play
very bad.
Nuketown.
Yeah.
And like, dude, Black Ops 1, I dropped 145 kills with a silenced AK because I sat in the back right next to one of those huts. You know, you spawn. No, I'm not even. It's not a brag. I'm saying like this is the nature of Nuketown. You can run out of your spawn and go like
Nature of the beast, bro.
hug, stay in the backyard of either house and just hug cover. Like you'll watch people spawn in front of you. You just shoot them. You don't have to do anything.
Call in
You just
that
wait.
that
You just wait.
VSAT
No.
chopper gunner dogs.
People
exactly.
straight up. I think they
Kills,
confuse.
son.
I think they confuse being able to spawn trap and like spawn trap a lot with like, oh, this map's sick.
Yeah.
And,
No,
like,
I like Nuketown way more than Shipment. But I'm saying if I want to go play something super fast paced, I would choose Shipment every day of the week.
See, I don't because I don't know. I don't fucking-
Shipment dog. Yeah.
Shipment's
is
a
like-
great 1v1 map, but other than that, like that map
Yeah,
can go
because Shipment, like, bro, Shipment, when I play it, Shipment for me always turns into, like, I'm spawning in and immediately getting wall banged by, like, the entire other team is all set up with LMGs, like, wall banging the spawn points, like,
I mean,
just
but
shooting
that's-
through the crates and shit.
back in Black Ops
Just
2,
spawning
that's
into
how it
RPD
was.
bullets, like, stop.
Black Ops 2, that's how it was. People would just have an LMG and point at a spawn.
Remember the,
And, like-
you remember the target finder?
Yeah.
Just lasered in on these fools, just tracking their
Right,
shit.
and what was it? The MMS site that lets you see
Yeah,
through walls,
I know
like
what you're talking
vaguely?
about. Yeah, you, like, scanned them through walls with your 3D printer looking ass sight.
Like, man, talking about Black Ops, Cold War, like that tweet that you sent me, where it's like apparently there's a file that basically like shows MP Raid.
Yeah, Raid's
And
supposed to be in
review-
season 1.
Dude, if Raid comes back, if they actually listen to the community and they
Right.
go, you know what, we're just gonna throw like the best Treyarch maps in here,
Right.
They're just
you know,
like,
since we
it's
already
Raid,
have the
but-
design.
It's Raid, but we added 40 yards in the back of both sides.
And a lot
Dude,
of
I would be
graffiti.
so
and
mad.
a lot of graffiti.
Yep,
Lots of graffiti.
because it's in the Cold
Yeah.
War.
You know what? There's no longer a basketball court. It's a fucking football field, and that's a
Whoa.
spawn.
And that's the spawn. Yeah, you guys remember that? You guys remember that scene from Homecoming where he's like, where it's like the open field in front of him, and he's like got to run across it like through the sprinklers and shit.
Yeah,
And he's like, "Oh, this sucks." That's literally just
that's how it.
we're in the
that's
back
how
of the map, just sprinting, just like sprinting for
So,
40
okay,
seconds. Like,
but that right there, that is BTB and MCC to me. Like, it is so
yeah,
like
it's a lot of running.
it's so dude.
It's like
Well,
PUBG,
so
dude.
Classic Halo or Halo 4 even, like it doesn't matter which one you're choosing, if there's sprint or not. Like it takes so long to get back to the action. Well, obviously without sprint, you know, dude, Halo 3 BTB, I load up on Avalanche and I already want to get off because it's gonna take 45 minutes and then I'm gonna be so burnt afterwards from walking on like goddamn snowy tundra. Like it's so boring.
Wow.
I'm not
oh
trying to
my
talk
God,
shit.
This map gave me seasonal depression.
I'm not trying to talk shit on Classic Halo. I'm trying to talk shit
It's
on like
so
why
cold.
do maps have to be so goddamn big?
Yeah, I don't
Why
know,
do
man.
we need if we're only gonna
It's
put
like-
8 people on
it's-
each team, why do we need so much fucking space?
It's
dude?
funny because like one, like especially in like older games, like one they made them big to make it be like, oh my God, like you.
To make
It's
it
this big. It's this
The
big
console's
battle,
so
but they
powerful. It's such a
they
big
also
battle.
They
I
also
love,
put
like-
nothing on it. It's Avalanche is just big and white.
Big open
Battlefield
field.
maps are always like, dude, we got the biggest maps, and it's like you do, but
Cool.
To be fair, at least they had like 40-player games and shit.
they had interactive environments. So we'll
Dude,
give them
yeah,
that.
like the
Now,
falling
You can blow up-
skyscrapers and
you can-
shit.
You can blow up buildings and shit.
Woo! Battlefield
Give 'em that
4,
one.
Battlefield 3 and 4 were
Maybe they were onto something.
those
But-
games.
but,
Those
you
games
know,
are cool.
The reason I didn't enjoy those is the same reason I didn't like having to run 40 miles before I might get into a gunfight. And
Yeah.
that's the reason I got turned off to goddamn BRs. I just don't care.
25 minutes of running, followed by 5 minutes of
PUBG.
crazy, hectic, chaotic combat, followed by you just getting shot in the back by a third party.
Yeah.
rinse and repeat.
And
No,
that's how Cold War or not Cold War, Warzone did it, right? Is that they let you do Gulag.
Yeah, I think
And,
I
like,
do.
made
I think
like
that's
12
super
different
cool.
ways for you to get 12 different ways to get fucking revived.
Yeah, I think I do think the addition of the Gulag was really cool for Warzone. I really like that, even if I don't fuck with BRs like that.
I'm just ready for BRs to die.
I just
think
yeah,
it's
I
yeah.
just don't care. Like, I mean, sure.
Just make good multiplayer games again, please.
Yeah, I just wish that the multiplayer games that we did have didn't suck. Like, I wish that it wasn't, because with those 3 or 4 things with this game, like whether it be the maps or the skill-based matchmaking or the tac rifles or whatever, like, this game could be so fun if they just changed like 3 things.
Like, even if compared to like what people are dealing with now, could you imagine if they just like loosen the skill-based matchmaking like a 10th? People would
Just
have so much more fun.
just a little bit.
Yeah,
You have to try your
like,
absolute ass off just to go even. It's unbelievable.
no, dude, fucking what was it? Keegan, whenever we were playing we have a friend named Keegan, we were playing with our other friend named Gino, and he exclusively plays zombies. And
Good man.
he had what was it? He had gone into multiplayer and he has no MMR there. So like we played games with him and Keegan was like, dude, I'm nasty right now. I was like, no, these kids are ass. These are not good players.
You were
at
playing
all.
the fresh out of GameStop
Yeah,
kids.
dude, fresh out of GameStop. I was like, come here.
You're just beating ass, dude. But speaking of, dude, zombies in Cold War is so good. And there's only
fun.
one map so far. I am so excited to see what else they do with it, because with the way they have it set up now, all the new shit, and supposedly in the they've already said that. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, there's a new update coming out. It's December 2nd as we record this. There's a new update coming out in 8 days from when we record this, and they're supposedly adding maybe a new map, but they're adding like new Easter eggs and shit. But with like the way they have it set up with like the upgrades and going for like the dark matter equivalent in zombies, which is like dark ether, so much more fun in this game. The addition of like exfilling and shit, so much fun. Like Cole and I, even the past few days, have literally just been, we'll go in and just play 20, 25 rounds, whatever, just run around, just fucking getting camos, and fucking great.
And like it's really cool how like you can upgrade your proficiency in weapons, your
perks, ammo
your
mods,
field upgrades, the ammo mods. Like there's so
much
that
additional
you can
content
do.
to zombies.
Yeah, and like you talk. So those are like 5 things in of itself that like you have to play to upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the Easter eggs that have been found, which is like a couple, I think. There's the main one, and then there's a couple like side ones.
There's the coffin dance one, and like the how to get the free wonder weapon shit and whatever else.
There's that. There's exfilling. There's getting your camos. And then the Dark Ops stuff is super interesting as well.
Yeah, I've even like I've never before in COD have like been going for like calling cards and like challenges and shit, but I've been doing that like even for zombies in this game. I've been doing that shit.
Like there's really cool ones, like, and it's like, I don't know, it just makes you like, it's not just about, oh, I have to get a high rank. Like we were talking about it just before we started recording, but it's like it's not like, oh, I got a high round and I just have to keep playing for high rounds. It's like you can play for 10 rounds and be like, all right, I'm done. I got like some of my camos, or like I'm just gonna go for this.
One of the more popular challenges people talk about is social distancing, which is not getting hit for 20 rounds, which is getting to round 20 without getting hit. Yeah, it's really fucking hard. I've been like lightweight doing it since I've been like, restarting doing for camos and whatever. It's like, all right, well, it's like lightweight because it's like I'm not gonna dedicate my whole this round to just not getting touched, but like, all right, I'm gonna try to not get hit, and I've made it to round I think 16, and it's like. That was like I got a lucky game where the megaton didn't show up till round 16. But the moment the megaton shows up, like
he shoots that shit at you.
They're throwing projectiles at you that blow up and shit, and it's just like super hard. Which is why like I haven't been stressing myself to go for it. But that to say, like it's a really cool challenge and it's kind of fun. They added it in there.
Yeah,
it keeps it.
I just love that it exists.
Before the game drop, if we just get good zombies, we'll be happy. And I didn't. I didn't think that we meant it the way we did, but we got good zombies, and we pretty much only played.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I actually was plenty
like
happy with just the good zombies.
multiplayer for Cold War. Like we were dumb hype about multiplayer for Cold War going into it. Like we were really looking forward to it. Like we were gonna try to get into like playing GBs and like shit like that, and we're still trying to do that. But multiplayer for the most part right now kind of sucks, and we're not even all that tripping about it. We're just still kind of chilling on zombies.
Still playing a lot of COD, just playing zombies.
Yeah, and for the most part, like even whenever I am playing multiplayer, like
it's whatever.
I mean, before I took like this hiatus, like I was fucking nasty, so I didn't give a fuck. Like I was still shitting on fools. I was like MMR my ass, homie. Like
plus 5 on them real quick.
I bust ass, give him 50.
That's right. Plus ass, give him 50. Easy.
Took that shit personal. Took away my sub. Took that shit personal.
But I loved it because I've always been like I've been dumb sweaty about zombies like forever. I've always loved zombies, but forever and ever it's always been like you do the normal same thing that you do every single time until round 14, and by round 14 or 15 you've got your shit pack-a-punched, you've got all your perks, and then you run in circles until you die.
Until you die, yep.
Or until you get tired, because zombies takes forever after like round 40.
I was thinking that like we just played briefly some Ascension the other day, just throwing it back a little, but I really like the way they changed up the progression of like pack-a-punching your weapon. They made it to where you can pack-a-punch early, but then that's not it, not even close, because by round 20 you're gonna want to pack again. And then definitely by round
there's
30,
tiers. You can upgrade the tier of your gun. You can pack-a-punch it multiple times. There's ammo mods, perks.
The way the elemental pop, like the perk works really well in tandem with how like having that as a perk, like elemental pop. The way it works is it gives you a random ammo mod.
Like effect tier bullets or whatever.
It incentivizes you to go and upgrade all of them instead of just having one favorite. Right. Because like a random shot will be like brain rot or like electricity or freeze, and if your favorite one is fire, like then your elemental pop isn't going to be as good.
Right. Welcome back.
I'm here. I was gonna say, what I like about that is not only like it's not just annoying shit that they're including, like you can change your weapon. I mean, honestly, the most pointless one seems like getting your weapon gold. That seems like to be the least, affecting of your weapon. But it's nice to know that like that actually does provide you advantages in the later rounds. You do want your weapons to be higher packed, higher tiered. It's not just like there just because they wanted to crowd shit with a whole bunch of shit to do. It's like actually like
you're always going for something different, and you have to pick and choose
it will
too.
Help you. Yeah.
Because once you like invest in like going a certain route, whether it be upgrading a certain gun or trying to get a certain number of perks or like whatever it is, like you're sort of committing to going like that path. Or like if you want to go hit the box 20 times to try to get the ray gun, like you're going to use all your points, and it takes a while to get those points. So you have to like commit to whatever path you're taking. I think it's dope.
Even then, like if you're like, these are my guns, they better be your guns for a couple rounds, because like the weight, like, and depending on how far you have it pack-a-punched and how like early or late round you are, or like how much points you can accrue over like a certain amount of time, you may not have the money to buy the ammo for that
gets expensive.
Yeah, it gets pricey. And then at some points, it's even more worth to just like, okay, I'm just gonna die because like
I'm gonna respawn with 10,000 points.
Yeah.
Even then, like weapons get more expensive per tier of pack-a-punch, but then like if you have the ray gun, it's even double priced. So it ends up being if you have a tier 3 ray gun, it's $10,000 or 10,000 points to refill ammo, which is like not
crazy
cheap. So,
but actually, it's funny.
You can pack-a-punch 2 weapons.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Get extra tough.
But actually, because with that thing of like whenever you die and then like respawn at a later round, you get like way more points in this game than you did in previous zombies. Like instead of just respawning with like 500 or 1,000 points or whatever, or however many you had before you died, you'll respawn with like it'll give you like 10,000 or 15,000 depending on what the round is.
It's per round. I think it's 1,000 per round.
That would make sense, but or no, because it's a bonus, because like strats for like people, a strat for like the Easter eggs, like for speedrunning, is like they'll go into it with 4 players, and on round 2, 3 of the 4 players will all kill themselves, bleed out, and die all the way. And when the round goes over to round 3, they'll all respawn with like 3,000 points, like way more points than they had before. so they
Yeah.
can open up the whole map by like round 2. It's crazy shit. Game's cool, man. We're having
Which we
fun
still
with it
gotta
so
do.
far.
We gotta
Yeah,
try to go
that's
through
what I'm saying. Like this
the
game is
Easter egg.
literally incentivizing us to do like so many different things as a part of zombies. Like we
Yeah.
tried to go, like we had a round 80 run a couple weeks ago. We've been trying to like go for camos and shit. We still haven't even done anything related to the Easter egg. I still don't even know how to do
distancing would be like fun
Dark
for like
Ops
all of us to try to
challenges.
get. Yeah.
Yeah, there's so much
And
stuff
like
to do in this one.
I bet that there's stuff that is specifically for like, oh, your team has to get to like this. So
Right.
instead of like being so individualistic, like it probably makes it to where like you have to do something as a group, which is really cool.
Oh.
Which is really, really cool. This game is really, really cool.
Outside of Cold War, I think for the most part, we've been kind of taking it easy. I think we've been kind of posted up, chilling with the
Working.
fam, working, doing all type of shit. So we hope everybody, we hope all y'all are doing well going into the holidays. We hope everybody gets to, I don't know, maybe see your family, but still be pandemic conscious. I don't know what the rules are anymore. Shit gets mad confusing these days.
Yeah, very state to state. So.
Yeah, it varies state to state. It's getting worse in certain places. Like here, where I live in Tennessee, it's getting worse. So like for Thanksgiving, we had to do some weird social distancing thing where like we all went to my grandparents' house, but we all like went and picked up food and sort of like waved at each other from our cars, and then everybody like went home and ate. So
Yeah, for the most part, yeah, I think all the cooking was done by people at their houses,
Mhm.
and then like we sat outside and made sure that our grandmother was like,
you go sit at that table over there,
yeah,
and we'll just wave.
I just moved across the country with my wife, so it was easy for us to just.
Yeah,
be like,
y'all just
we're
posted
not
up.
gonna go.
Yep.
Yeah, we're just not gonna fly to see any of our family or anything.
What y'all gonna
because
do?
It's just Thanksgiving, and we're gonna be going to see my wife's family for a bit around New Year's, so we just figured like we'll just go then. Other than that, keep the social distance. So that's
Keep
what I don't even have any
social
fucking turkey.
distance. You didn't even have any fucking turkey.
No fucking turkey, dude.
you know what? I'm gonna say it. Turkey and ham, kind of overrated.
Okay, see, here's the thing. Because, so, we even talked about this today on stream, Cole and I, but I saw so much turkey slander on Twitter and just in general this Thanksgiving. And for the record, I will concede that dry-ass turkey is not good.
Turkey leg, pretty good.
But I will say, I don't know what bum-ass, dry-ass turkey I'll be eating, because I grew up in Tennessee and Texas, 2 places where we got some good-ass food. So, I don't know. Get better turkey before you start hating on the turkey. That's all I'm fucking saying. I think ham's whack. I think ham's whack.
I think ham's whack. I think
I don't want my meat to be sweet. It's just
it's exactly. It's just weird to me.
I like ham if it's on like a deli sandwich. Other than that,
even then, it's not my favorite. I'll take it like in a mix.
Favorite, but I'll eat it.
I will take turkey over ham all day.
Same.
Every day.
Facts.
Turkey, chicken,
roast beef, chicken breast,
else.
any of that stuff, dude.
No, honestly, those are the only 2 like meats that I'm like, okay, I'll put this on my sandwich. Other than that, like, you really have to fight me on it.
I mean,
like,
I will put
Italian, like my absolute favorite sandwich in the world.
I don't fuck with it.
I'm not a huge Italian fan. So they can put like pepperoni, salami, sometimes ham.
Oh yes.
Like,
yeah. See, like I'll have ham on a sandwich if it's like in that mix, like on an Italian like that.
Right. Which is pretty common.
That.
That is my favorite sandwich. That's why I won't talk shit about ham on a sandwich. But
right.
ham, like a ham, like we roasted a ham. No, shit's ass.
Yeah. Or even just like
best, it's okay.
Yeah, like a ham and cheese sandwich. It's like, nah, man, I'm not trying to. I don't want.
I mean, I'll eat that, but I ain't what I'm reaching for.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's a better way of putting it.
Yeah.
Whack ass hams. Tell us in the comments what's your least favorite deli meat, dude.
Yeah, what's your favorite fucking Thanksgiving food?
Pick a deli meat and a deli meat to bully and a Thanksgiving food that you love. Tell us in the YouTube comments, or if you're listening, tell us on Twitter, or just tell a friend.
Expired chicken breast deli meat that no one throws away.
Yes. Just go yell it at your neighbor.
To boycott other people or something.
No. I'll tell you that story real quick. That Dallas didn't throw away because Dallas made a huge point that crisper was his, and then that meat sat in there for forever. Tyler and I didn't touch the crisper because the whole point it was his. We were like, well, I'm not cleaning it either. It's your shit. It's in there. I don't care. That's yours. He was like, this drawer's mine.
Yep.
like, all right, bro. So then, yeah, I don't know. That's not my
And
responsibility.
then one day,
That's insane.
Justin didn't get to play all night with the boys on PUBG, and
Justin
that's
didn't
whenever
get the memo either about the CRISPR being
about the CRISPR being Dallas's. So Justin was like texting people, being like, "I'm hungry. Can we go get home to eat?" And no one was answering.
Back
So
in the
guess
day when the boys, oh damn, when the boys
When y'all
couldn't all
played-
drive,
what? It's tragic.
had no vehicles. Yeah, I once
it's
tried to make
Well,
a
I could drive. I just
had no
I just
car.
flew there.
Yeah, I once tried to make a sandwich with some shit in the fridge there, and Tyler said, "That's Dallas's drawer, and that shit has probably been sitting there for 2 years. You don't want it."
Well, I'm
And
glad
I
he
said,
told you.
"Okay."
I had to, dude, and that experience told me that I'd probably be great at giving top, just because
Wait.
like, they were there, they saw it. I couldn't make myself throw up. I did not have a gag reflex. They had to get that gross ass chocolate beer.
I was wondering where you were going with that, bro.
These fingers were down my throat. Nothing. I got my toothbrush. I threw it back there. Nothing.
Yo, we were
like-
literally, yo, it's just like, yo, man.
It was
we're
hard
just
work trying to make it throw up. There's no
talking
doubt
about some
that.
badass chicken, and Justin's like, yeah, man, and that's when I knew I'd be great at giving top.
That's exactly how I explain it all the time. Straight up.
That's when I knew right then. When I was sticking, Justin was over here just putting this
Straight
fucking
up. Straight up.
couldn't do it.
And I was
Just
like,
nothing.
wow, I'd give myself great top.
This man's over here like, I can do it. I can do it. Right now, I can do it.
Do it. I could do it. I'd make me so happy.
Oh man.
But outside of that, what do you want us to say about Halo? Like, they're doing fucking
Yeah, I guess-
online,
Because we should talk about Halo at some
Cross-
point, for
Online,
fuck's sake.
Crossplat.
Yeah.
fucking.
So we've been low key, like, if y'all been keeping up to date with our shit, which there's not a whole lot of shit to keep up to date with. But we've been lightweight, low key, taking it a little bit easy. That was a bar right there. You heard that shit?
Taking it a little easy.
But we've just been sort of chilling, posted up, taking it easy, not really trying to stress about content. Obviously, Wavelengths has been absent for a little while. But with the way that things are now, and Halo 5 has been out for so long, and it's hard to get sort of into making any kind of Halo content, especially like Cole and I tried to stream some MCC today, and it was just kind of blah. Like,
Which, I mean, I'll be honest with you guys, in case anybody doesn't know, anybody that goes this far to watch our content in the podcast,
Right.
I'm usually the one who is more difficult at this stage to get enthusiastic and record things. I don't know if that's obvious. I feel like it is, but let's just say it out loud if it's not. Clay's usually the one that's more like,
I'm usually the one that pulls everybody together and like, all right, I gotta make a fucking video.
and I'm like, fuck. So,
Right.
today, Clay was like, let's just play MCC. It'll be fun. We can play Let's Hop. They got Shouty Snipes. And I was like, yeah, let's
Yeah.
do it. And it was Clay. Clay was like, some point in the stream, like, dude, I'm not having any fun. This is my idea, and I'm hating this.
No, we were like,
Every moment of
we
this
were
is
not even an
terrible.
hour in. I looked over, and we were like 43 minutes deep, and I was like, this is my idea, and I'm fucking hating this. I went like 6 and 18 in a game of Shouty Snipes, and I was like, what the fuck are we doing?
Straight up though, like, you want to talk about like what it takes to get a Wavelengths video out? It's
real?
text messages to agree to all get on at a certain time.
Yeah, it's hard to
And
get all the
then-
boys in the
and
same
then-
place these days, man.
And that's fine. And that's fine because sometimes people have life stuff.
Facts.
That's cool. But it's funnier whenever we're all here and Cole never, like, if Cole's like, yeah, I don't want to do it. Like, you can tell whenever he doesn't want to do it. Like,
We did, okay,
Clay's
so
Clay's
there
always
was,
down, Cole's always down, not. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, no, I don't want to do it either.
Yeah.
And then just like that, we don't
Well,
do it.
yeah,
Well, like, yeah, like, I'll often be like, we could be like, we could record the podcast for now. And I'll be like, we
Or-
could. Or we could chill and not do it.
or we
or
can
like
just sit here and
chill,
watch
hang
YouTube
out.
videos together. Yeah,
Sit here, watch these, or we could play
So-
Zombie.
or we can play
I'll take
zombies.
responsibility for some of the delay on some of the podcasts.
Right.
That did happen. I think there was actually one time
There
where I
were-
legitimately was like, let's not, and then hang out
Yeah.
instead. Maybe two. That
There
hasn't
were-
happened
yeah,
that
there
much,
were
but
2 or
it has
3
happened.
So
I-
it's been like, what,
I'm
3 or 4
definitely the
months?
instigator in it.
Right, but we said it's been 3 or 4 months since we last made a podcast. But there were, I think, 2 or 3 like aborted attempts of like we tried to start making one, or like we set out to do one and then we didn't end up doing. And there was one even like we recorded
We
a
recorded
40-minute podcast. but it wasn't that good. And then I listened back to it, and the first like 16 minutes of it were like distorted ass like Skype call audio, just like the
No.
worst shit you've ever heard. And I was like,
We-
you've got to be shitting me. I was
we
literally
got
like,
done.
it's not our day. I was like, whatever, we'll try
We got
again.
done with that podcast, and I was like, I think this is literally the worst podcast we ever
Yeah,
recorded.
we literally
Yeah.
like stopped recording and we were like, that was fucking
Yeah,
terrible.
low key. Whenever it corrupted, I was like,
Thank God.
we'll just scrap it. I was like, it's
Oh,
fine.
I remember you texting the group chat being like, so bad news. It's just, I'm like, great. Fucking don't
Yeah.
put it on anything.
No,
man.
low key though, I thought because we recorded, I had to force everybody to get on, and we recorded that bum ass podcast, and then it corrupted, and I was literally, I thought everybody's gonna be pissed because I was like, and we finally did the thing, and it sucked, and then it corrupted, and it was all pointless.
If it was really good, then yeah, I would.
Whatever.
And
Yeah.
I know that there's like, this is easy to say, but like, I promise you guys, like, we do actually really want to be like making this podcast and other content regularly, but like,
There's nothing.
you got to understand, like, when we get on
Yeah.
and record a podcast right now, like, of course, you guys are like, well, you guys can talk about whatever you want. I don't care. But, like, all right, dude, listen, we've been really close friends for 4+ years. There's not much about the three of each other that we don't know already. So there's not like a bunch of good story time. There is, sure, there's some, of course, but like,
How much
It's
of
not
it have
like
you already
we're-
heard?
yeah, when we hop in a conversation, like, that's normal for the three of us. We're all really tight friends. It's not like every conversation we have is good for podcasting. And it's,
Yeah.
it's
Just
not,
believe-
and-
believe us.
It's not good.
it's not, and it's just like without new things happening, like there's nothing
Yeah.
to talk about. Let's talk about crossplay. Fortnite made it to where crossplay is now necessary. Now Halo's crossplay. That's it. There's nothing else to talk about. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't sit here and talk about like, oh, how crossplay has made Halo so much more prosperous with its new
not
game.
true. Yeah, we don't know yet.
There's no
Right.
new game.
We don't know.
No one,
Even
no
today-
one went. No one went. Ooh, crossplay for MCC. Let me go buy MCC. No one said that.
Yeah,
Yep.
and even then today, Clay and I were playing crossplay. I was on PC, he was on Xbox. We're playing matchmaking, not a single issue. Everything was fine. And then Clay and I are like, dude, all right, we've been playing for about an hour and 15. Let's hop over to campaign because Clay and I have been running through the CE campaign together, and we've been doing it on a stream periodically. We wanted to continue that progress, but guess what?
Can't play campaign on crossplay, man.
Campaign, you can't play campaign.
The hell, Bungie?
You can't do Spartan Ops or campaign. You can only, I don't know, man. That's just strange.
You do
But
fire.
so even then, if you want to talk,
But
about
you
Halo
can do
crossplay-
firefight. That's what I'm saying. It's not even because the thing is like if they were like, oh, it's weird because the AI, we can't make it work from the PC to the console, but firefight works.
Yeah, I don't know. So
Yeah.
even then, there you go. Crossplay's here, but Halo hasn't gotten it all sorted. yet.
Fully integrated it.
Whatever. So
love-
yeah,
I think that's
You know
supposed to
what I
happen
love?
in the next update, though, or some bullshit.
they're supposed to
I don't know,
add like the
dude.
FOV slider to
No.
console and like a couple
Yeah,
other things,
well,
and maybe
we
they'll
were
make
supposed
that
to be
work.
playing
I don't know.
Infinite
I
weeks
just-
ago,
I
so-
just
Yeah,
refreshed
it's just
Twitter
hard.
and I just refreshed Twitter and I see Matthew Hype Train live with some MCC bopping on that mouse and key.
No shot.
What
That's-
year is it?
No shot.
low key a bar.
But essentially, guys, Halo is boring as tits. So prepare for this podcast to become a whole bunch of movies and COD zombies and fucking basketball.
Clay and I have been
shit.
entertaining talking about basketball. We're gonna be talking about making our own new basketball podcast because it's like we
Dude.
want a podcast. I just want to talk about things I like.
Y'all
And
should-
like,
That's what I'm saying, dude. Bruh, you might see some basketball shit from us. We might start a whole new movie channel. We might be doing, man.
like Halo 4.
Yeah,
Dude.
because like, look, the alternative
that's
is
what we're
playing Halo
doing.
4. All right.
Clay, that's what we're doing. Once we get the CX quarters, we're gonna have an 8-foot rim, and we're gonna be using like a smaller ball so we can all palm that shit. And we're doing like weekly dunk contests.
Hell yeah.
Like, we're getting trampolines and all. We're going
White boy
crazy. I don't
dunk
even fucking
contest.
care.
Let's
Hell
go.
yeah, dude.
You have
We're
to
gonna
get
make
the
it-
trampoline.
Let's go. I just
Like,
all
you
I'm
dunk
thinking
on an 8-foot
about
rim?
all I'm thinking about now is playing. Oh God, what did we play? Horse in Texas.
Pig. We played Pig.
Played pig in the
Jesse
99 degree
Justin-
weather.
Justin bombed on everybody.
Yeah, Jesse got world starred, bro. Justin turned into
dude,
Yeah,
Steph
on
Curry
the
for a
hottest day
second,
in
bro.
American history, we were outside playing basketball.
And Justin turned into Steph Curry playing pig against fucking Jesse, dude. Literally just shit on him.
Justin's got the no jump one arm shot, and it was working. I was roasting him the
Yeah,
first time he
dude.
did it, and he kept banking him in repeatedly. Just
And it was
Bro, just
kept going in. I
was
was like,
funny
what the
because-
fuck am I watching?
because Clay lost and then
I
was
lost
like,
early.
I was like, cool, I'm not last. And then I was like, okay, I have to deal with Cole, Tyler, and Jesse. So like, I'm okay with where I go. And then Tyler lost, and then Jesse started talking shit. And I was
Yup.
like,
Jesse's like, I work at a camp every summer. I play basketball with these kids all the time. I ball on them, bro. These kids are ass. He's like,
Jesse's over here balling. Jesse's over here balling on sixth graders every summer. Like, ooh, I'm nice with it.
Yeah,
He's breaking ankles. Little kids are going home crying.
That's crazy. He breaks those kids' fucking ankles and then goes to tell them about scripture. That's wild.
No, Justin,
What?
You set the last shot though. You set the last shot, and like it was Jesse's turn to go shoot the shot. Of course, if anybody's not familiar with the rules, you have to hit it or you get a letter. If you spell the whole word, you're out. So Jesse had one letter to go.
And
I just
so did
remember his
I.
fucking face, bro. Like you made that. He hit this face that was like, I'm about to make it too. I don't want to make it that shit, dude. I can see it in his face. I can see it. I was like, that man, he's out. And then, you took care of Jesse, and then I think I just knocked you out because I had like no.
No, after that, I popped off. It was main stage.
It didn't matter. I think I won. But who cares?
No,
Justin turned into Yoki real quick.
You won, but I beat Jesse.
Yeah,
that was the moral victory.
I was the last in line in terms of the continuity. So when Justin made a shot and Jesse missed it, I didn't have to do anything. And then that kept happening. Jesse kept losing letters.
Yeah.
And in retaliation,
Jesse not only lost, he specifically lost to me.
Yeah, exactly.
And then in retaliation, he broke Justin's phone that night.
He did. He did. I hate to this day.
We woke up the next morning and Justin's phone was cracked and nobody knew what happened.
And nobody owned up to it either.
Yeah,
and
nobody.
I still went to Georgia.
Yeah, and Justin woke up in the morning looking around at all of us like, who broke my phone? Just a big ass crack.
I wasn't in that room. I'm not on the suspect.
Jesse's sneaking around in the middle of the night with a hammer, just beating the shit out of it.
Just once, just.
And no,
Like,
I just
fuck you, I'm
imagine
still better at
Pig
basketball.
my ass.
I just imagine him just take a little dink, just boop,
Just
and your
the
shit's
tiniest little. He said,
Just-
fuck you, Justin.
beast fucker.
He's fucker.
Anyways, so yeah, that's where we are.
We've been sitting around, posted up playing COD Zombies, watching a few kill counts, ain't doing shit. Kind of bored, waiting for some new Halo news.
Yeah. The only thing that's happening in my life is I have a new fucking position at my job, and I'm getting an apartment like next month.
I'm about to be 21, January 3rd. Me and Justin are gonna go get lit by ourselves in Texas.
Because Cole doesn't want to hang out with the bros.
Because Cole doesn't want to hang out with the bros because he's such a little bitch. He's literally gonna be in Texas, like right before, and he's not gonna stay.
That's weird vibes, bro.
It's weird vibes, dude. It's honestly fake as shit.
You're gonna leave a week before Clay shows up.
Dude, it's honestly kind of sus.
Just before we even know it, and in the short future, we're going to be in our own podcast studio recording these sessions in person every time, and
I'm still gonna bring this up.
And that's fine, but this will be a thing of the past. We won't have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah, and somehow you're still gonna find a way to like call in through Discord.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, so I can't come in today. Why? I just can't.
Dude, no, we're gonna be in the studio. I'm gonna walk in and be like, "Listen, I know we're here, ready to record, but what if we just?"
I'm gonna go call in from the studio. You just go in the different room.
Cole goes into an office and he goes, I can't.
Can't do it.
I'm on a call right now.
But we hope y'all have been doing well. We hope everybody's good vibes. We hope everybody chilling, staying safe out there in these COVID streets. Remember to hit us up, Wavelengths CX on Twitter, or the YouTube comments. Let us know what you want us to talk about, man. Like I said, or like we were talking about earlier, Halo's mad boring right now, at least for the time being. We don't know shit about Infinite, and we don't know when we're going to know shit about Infinite. So let us know what you want us to talk about, if you want us to talk about any new games or anything in particular. Otherwise, we're going to start talking about movies and the NBA once it comes back in like 3 weeks. With that being said, we hope y'all have been doing well. Remember, check us out on all our shit. Again, it's at Wavelengths CX on Twitter, Wavelengths on YouTube, Wavelengths Podcast on Spotify, whatever. We're fucking everywhere. Go check our shit out. We love y'all. We're going to try to keep bringing these podcasts relatively consistently. Like I said, We don't know when or how exactly frequently we're going to be doing these, but we're going to try to keep it relatively frequently, I'd say. Just depends on how the boys are feeling. But anyway, we love y'all. Stay safe. Much love, much respect. Peace out, y'all.